Thanks for joining us here on the NCW Life Channel. I'm Eric Grandstrom, and I get the honor of introducing you to our top 10 candidates for the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival Royalty Selection Pageant coming up here on the NCW Life Channel. We have our first of the top 10 candidates joining us now. Welcome.
Thank you.
We have Bryn Sherrell, who is the daughter of Jimmy and Paul Sherrell. Before we get into anything else, I just wanted you to tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. Well, my name's Bryn, and I'm a senior at the River Academy, and I'm pretty outgoing, I'd say, for the most part. But yeah.
So Bryn, B-R-Y-N-N.
Yes.
Okay, where does that come from? Is that a family name? Is that something your folks just came up with out of a book?
It's actually something my parents, they were just sitting around. They already named my two older sisters, Brooke and Jade. And yeah, they just kind of found it in a book, I'm pretty sure. Never really got the origin of how I got my name, but
okay.
Yeah.
So what did your folks say when you came to them and said, and I don't know how long this was ago for you, but said, okay, I want to run for Apple Blossom Royalty? What did they say?
All right. Well, this is actually a really funny story because I've actually wanted to run for Apple Blossom since the first time I went to pageant, which was when I was about 6 years old. And I saw all of the girls up there in their pretty dresses, and I was like, Mom, I'm doing that when I'm a senior. So it's definitely been something I've looked forward to since I can remember.
So did you prepare yourself for this along the way, knowing that you wanted to be part of this?
I mean, as best as I could. It was always kind of in the back of my mind, and I was like, oh, like, yeah, as a senior girl, like, I'm going to do that. And so now that it's really happening, it's definitely eye-opening and exciting to finally be at this place in my life.
Well, the top 10 candidates are all very busy ladies, including yourself. Student United Way, what is that?
All right, so Student United Way is one of the largest student-led organizations in the world, and it is based, it's kind of a wing under United Way, so it's the youth leadership program. And really what we do is we just try to go out into the community and volunteer our time in any way that we can. But mainly what we do and what we're known for is for putting our money back into local high schools. So we like to support students who either can't afford book fees or sport fees or anything like that. So we run something called Opportunity Apples. So we sell them, and all the money that we get from that goes back into our SOF, which is what then students can apply for, and then we can give them money to help them have a better high school experience, or really just high school life in general.
Okay. I was reading through your bio something about ultimate frisbee. How did you get into ultimate frisbee, and what is your ultimate frisbee moment?
Alrighty. Well, at my school, we only offer one sport, and that is ultimate frisbee. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna do this. It was our first varsity sport ever to be offered. And I was like, okay, like, this is history in the making. Like, I need to be a part of this, even though it's ultimate frisbee. So I'd have to say the best memory was the one point that I scored the whole season. I'm not the best frisbee player, but I went there with my whole heart. And we were over in Seattle. There's probably like 5 minutes left, and my teammate Brittany threw it. I was standing right in the end zone, and I just jumped up and caught it. And I honestly was so surprised that I had caught it because, like I said, I am an awful frisbee player.
So it's frisbee football, kind of?
So it's ultimate frisbee. So yeah, it's very similar to like a football, soccer type. It's played on half of a football field. And so basically how it works is you have a frisbee, and once you catch the frisbee, you have to stop and then pass it off to someone else. Okay. And then they catch it, stop, and you just try to get through.
Okay, yeah. Gotcha. It says you want to major in communication, minor in public relations. So what do you hope to do with that?
All right. Well, for a long time, I've kind of wondered like what I want to do, what I really want to do with my life. So I've always had a passion for helping people and caring for people. So at first I thought, oh, like maybe I'll go into nursing. Then I was like, I don't want to deal with that blood. So I was like, nope, we're not going to do that. And then I thought about nonprofit organizations, and that's just something I've always had a heart for. And so I started looking into like, okay, what's job possibilities I could get doing this? And one of them is being a director of communications for a nonprofit organization. And so it's definitely something that I would want to pursue. I know it's kind of a stretch, but that's what I'd want to take that.
Okay. Trading places. Your person you'd trade a place with is Princess Diana, which I thought was an interesting answer. Why?
I would want to trade places with Princess Diana because her whole mission of her life was to help people. And I just find that really inspiring that she didn't use her crown or her fame to boost herself up really in any way. I mean, we all have our downfalls, but she definitely just had a heart for people and was known as the queen of the people, I believe. And I just think that that's so inspiring that someone would use their fame to help others.
It was interesting reading through yours and other answers to that. I assume the question was alive or dead, because it seemed a little odd that you would choose someone who's passed away to trade places with for the day.
I'd trade places with her when she was still alive.
Okay, all right. Yeah, kind of gathered that, but
Yes.
Being a part of the Apple Blossom Royal Court, what would that mean to you?
That would mean that I get to be an influence to tons of people in this valley, which I think would be such a unique opportunity. I mean, as a child, I always looked up to the royalty, and I always thought they were so cool, and they were definitely role models to me. So being able to be that person for someone else would be absolutely incredible.
Okay, so you win. You're the queen. Who do you think?
Who do I think? Definitely my parents, because I would not be running if it wasn't for them. And I definitely thank my siblings and the Apple Blossom organization just for basically making this an opportunity for senior girls.
Okay. What would you give up? I mean, your schedule, like all the rest of the top 10, crazy busy. So you make the top 3. What do you give up in order to be part of this royal court?
I would say I'd have to start with the thing that is the least commitment to me. I'm not sure what that would be right now. That would definitely happen once if I make the royal court, I'll have to make that decision. And I mean, honestly, I think it will be a pretty easy one because making royal court would be absolutely incredible.
Okay. So a nice problem to have.
Yes, definitely.
Gotcha.
Be sure to watch the Cashmere Valley Bank Royalty Selection Pageant live on the NCW Life Channel Saturday, February 10th, beginning at 6:30. Brought to you by the Antique Mall of Cashmere. Come find your treasure. Apple Valley Honda, where every new Honda comes with a lifetime warranty. Autville Fruits, home of the Gee Whiz brand, where passion meets flavor. Bay Equity Home Loans, your home for loans. Boswell's Home Furnishings, inspiration and comfort for every room in your home. Collins Fashions, real clothes for real women in downtown Wenatchee. Mary Maids, relax, it's done. And Schmidt Electric, serving the West since 1960.
I'll be with you in apple blossom time.